Hi guys, welcome back to Math with OG. This section will be looking at directed numbers. So what are directed numbers? They are simply positive and negative numbers. And you should note that positive numbers are simply numbers greater than 0. That means they are to the right of 0 in our number line, while negative numbers are numbers, that are less than 0. That means they are to the left in our number line. So if this is our number line, the midpoint of a number line is 0. So to the right, you have positive numbers, and to the left, you have negative numbers. So that's all you should know for now. Now, another thing you should know is that whenever a positive number multiply a positive number, you get a positive number. Whenever a negative number multiplies a negative number, it also gives you a positive number. However, when one of the two numbers is positive and the other one is negative, it gives you a negative number. And this holds for both multiplication and division. Everything here holds for division. That means positive number divide positive number will give you a positive number. A negative number divide negative number will give you a positive number. Similarly, a negative number divide positive number, or a positive number divide a negative number will also give you what? Negative numbers. So what holds for multiplication holds for division. Then another thing you should note is that all numbers exist as either a positive number or a negative number. So what do I mean is that whenever you are solving, you come across a question like this: 5 plus 3. This is simply plus 5 plus 3. Now, whenever you don't see a sign behind a number, it means that that sign is actually a positive number. And whenever you are adding to a number, you move to the right of your number line. Whenever you are subtracting from a number, you move to the left of your number line. So if my 5 is here and I'm adding 3 to 5, my answer should be going to the right. But if I'm subtracting 3 from 5, my answer should be going to the left. So this will go to the right 3 times, and this will go to the left 3 times. That means adding 3, I will have 6, 1, 7, 2, and 8, 3. Subtracting 3, I will have 4, 1, 3, 2, and 2, 3. So this is 5 minus 3, that's simply 1, 2, 3. 5 plus 3 is 1, 2, 3. So if you understand it this way, I feel there will be no question under directed number that should give you problem. So you have a question like this: minus 20 plus 8. It means originally my number is simply minus 20. So plus 8 simply means I'm adding 8 to negative 20. So if my number line is like this and here is minus 20, I should simply add 8 to negative 20. So my answer should be to the right of negative 20. And if I take it to the right of negative 20, I'll simply be having a minus 19, minus 18 till I get up to minus 12. So minus 12 should be my final answer. Then all numbers can be rearranged. It means plus 5 plus 3 can be rearranged to pick the sign coming with this number, which is positive 3. Pick the sign coming with this number, positive 5. So it's the same thing. That's why you can write 5 plus 3 as 3 plus 5, because this is plus 5 plus 3. This is also plus 3 plus 5. Similarly here, pick the number going with 8 is simply what? Plus 8. Pick the sign going with 8 plus 8. Pick the sign going with 20 minus what? 20. So if I clean this positive sign here, this will give us 8 minus 20. So it is obvious that minus 20 plus 8 is the same thing as 8 minus 20. The same thing. So what is 8 minus 20? From here, count 20 times to the left. So if you count 20 times to the left, you will definitely have a negative value, which will be a negative 12. So what is the shortcut for getting your answers? What is the shortcut for getting your answers? So let's look at this. If you are given a question like this, 8 plus 9, it is obvious we all understand this. 8 plus 9, add it together, it should give you 17. If you are given a question 9 minus 2, it is obvious we all understand this, and this will give us what? 7. Now, where you start having difficulties is when you see question like this: 2 minus 9. because 2 automatically is smaller than 9. So whenever you see a question where a smaller number is subtracting a bigger number, assume the bigger number is subtracting a smaller number and introduce a negative sign. So you have to find 2 minus 9. What will I look for? 9 minus 2. What is 9 minus 2? 7. So add a negative number here. So this automatically becomes what? A negative 7. Same thing is happening here. 8 minus 20. Assume that you are looking for 20 minus 8. What is 20 minus 8? 12. Because the smaller number is coming before the bigger number, my answer will be minus what? 12. As simple as that. What is 10 minus 50? 50 minus 10 is 40. So 10 minus 50 should be minus 40. Then the last one that might also be confusing, when you have a negative number, negative number. For example, you have a minus 4 minus 3. Whenever you see a question like this, negative number, simply add them together and introduce your negative sign. So what is 4 plus 3? 7. So my answer should be minus 7. See another question, minus 20 minus 17. Minus 20 minus 17. What is 20 plus 17? 37. Add your negative. So this is minus 37. So that's how you go about it. And I believe if you follow this step, you will have no problems with directed numbers. Thank God for use of calculators. But these are for cases where you are not allowed to use your calculators. You should still know how to solve without them. Now let's use this piece of information to answer all these questions, and that will be that for directed numbers. Starting with A, 12 plus 5. So we have plus 12 plus 5. So I've told you before, whenever you see a positive 12, it means that it's just 12. There's no need to add the positive sign there. But if it's negative, you can leave it there. So what is this? Is simply plus 1 multiplying plus 5. So there's an invisible 1 here. So what is plus times plus is simply what? Plus. So you have plus what? 5. So this is plus times plus. Positive number times positive number is a positive number. So this is 12 plus 5. The answer here is 17. B part, you have 30 minus plus 9. So what I have here is negative number multiplying a positive number. Minus times plus. Minus times plus is minus. Minus times plus is minus. So this is simply 30 minus 9. And this should give us 21. I'm more comfortable on this side of the board. So the C part, you have 20 minus 17. 20 minus 17. Minus times minus is plus. So this will give us 20 plus 17, and that is 37. D, you have minus 15 plus minus 38. Minus 15 plus minus 38. Plus times minus is minus. So this will give us minus 15 minus 38. And I said earlier, whenever you have negative number, add them up and introduce a negative sign. So 15 plus 38, that should give us a 53. So this will give us a negative 53. Then the E part, you have 9 minus 14 plus 10. E. So this is taking us to almost board mass, but let's just go with this without thinking about board mass. We'll get to board mass. 9 minus 14. 9 minus 14 is minus 5, because I told you guys that whenever you have a smaller number subtracting a bigger number, you assume that the bigger number is subtracting the smaller number, and that will give you 5. Then you introduce your negative sign. So this is minus 5 plus 10. Minus 5 plus 10. I remember I told you that you can easily exchange the numbers. That means minus 5 plus 10, I can bring my plus 10 to come first and bring my minus 5 to come next. So minus 5 plus 10 is simply 10 minus 5. So what is 10 minus 5? The answer is 5. F. F, you have minus 45 minus 80 minus 30. Minus 45 minus 80 minus 30. So we can do everything together. Negative, negative, negative. Add them up, introduce your negative sign, or we can do it 2 at a time. Minus 45 minus 80. Add 45 to 80, you have 125. Introduce your negative sign. Minus 125 minus 30. Minus 125 minus 30. Add these two guys together to give you 155. Introduce your negative sign. So you have a negative 155. Next question, G. You have plus 78 multiplied by plus 27. So now we have to use long multiplication. Should take our time, but let's go. 78 times 27. Positive times positive is positive. So our final answer will still be a positive value. So let's solve 78 times 27 here. 78, 27. 7 times 8 is 56. Put down 6, carry 5. 7 times 7 is 49. 49 plus 5 is 54. 2 times 8 is 16. Put down 6, carry 1. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1, 15. So this is 6, 0, 1, 11, 2. 2106. So we have a positive 2106. Remember, there's no need to put the positive sign in your final answer. So only when you have a negative value, you put your negative sign in your final answer. See here, this is positive 21, positive 17, positive 5. Next question, H. You have plus 108 divide positive 9. Positive number dividing positive number will also give you a positive number. 108 over 9 is simply 12. Because 12 times 9 is 108. Now, next question, you have minus 250 multiply positive 5. That is I. Minus 250 multiplies positive 5. So we simply find 250 times 5. After doing that, negative number multiplied by positive number. Negative multiplied by positive will give you a negative answer. So this is negative. So 250 times 5. 5 times 0, 5. 5 times 5, 25. Put down 5, carry 2. 5 times 2, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. So we have 1255. Then the J part, you have minus 9790 dividing minus 11. Minus 9790 dividing minus 11. Minus divide minus. Minus multiplied by minus is plus. So minus divide minus is also what? Plus. I'll be having a positive number. So let's do 9790 over 11. I hope this gives us a whole number. 11 here 1. 11 into 97 should be 8. That is 88. 97 minus 88 should be 9. So we have a remainder of 9. Put that 9 here. 11 into 99. I have a 9 here. 11 into 99 is 9. Lastly, 11 into 0 is 0. So this will give us a positive 890. Positive is coming from the fact that minus divide minus is plus. So there's no need to put the positive sign there. Okay. Last question. Subtract 18 from minus 3. Subtract this from this. So we are removing 18 from minus 3. So if I'm to express that, IGI. So let's change this to K. Excuse me. So we have K. You have subtract 18 from minus 3. So I had a minus 3. I want to subtract 18 from it. So I'm subtracting 18 from minus 3. That's minus 3 minus 18. So what do we do? Negative number. So there's no need to put this bracket here. Or I can put the bracket and put a positive 18. So this is how we express it. I'm subtracting positive 18. That's 18 from minus 3. I'm subtracting 18 from minus 3. So this will simply give us a negative 3, negative 18. And like I said, negative number, add them up, introduce the negative sign. So 3 plus 18 is 21. So this will give us minus 21. So that's the answer to the question. So that is all you need to know under directed number. Now, next video, we'll be looking at approximation. That is, how do you approximate to a particular significant figure or a particular number of decimal places. Also, to the nearest tens, to the nearest 100, to the nearest 1,000, as the case may be. So that's what we'll be looking at in our next video. If you like this video, don't hesitate to use the like button there. It costs you nothing to use it. Also use the subscribe button It actually makes me happy. And lastly, drop comments if there's any observation, or there's something that was not done properly, or you have a question to ask. Also share to your friends that needs this video. Thanks for watching once more. See you guys in my next video.